High on the list of places and cultures threatened by extinction due to global warming and climate change, the Maldives is a country composed of 1,200 islands in the Indian Ocean. In 2009, before the climate conference in Copenhagen, President Nasheed held an underwater cabinet meeting addressing the likelihood of becoming the first country of environmental refugees, making headlines across the globe and causing people to pause and consider the potential impact of our current lifestyles.
But the thing, if I wasn't a painter, this wouldn't exist. Like I wouldn't just come up with these ideas. It's like the ideas come from the process of painting. More interested in collaborative painting. Well, I'm making a lot of collages and works on paper and still making big paintings. I don't really want to make big paintings that I have to lug around across the country anymore. I'm sort of over that.
Through painting, drawing, collage, and multimedia, North began conceptualizing the project underwater from her San Francisco-based studio, while simultaneously continuing to explore natural virtual phenomena as seen through energy fields of pattern and chaos, simulating extreme weather by heating, burning, flooding, and painting directly on water.
Waves, in the form of resonance found in nature and the visual patterns formed, drives much of my work. I've shifted from expressing waveforms through algorithm-based gray tone paintings to chaotic fields of ethereal oscillations, to vertical bands of acrylic striated vibrations that formed waves both illusionistic and in three-dimensional form. Through my interest in weather systems and storm frequencies, I notice a connection between my process of art making and meteorology. Much as an atmospheric scientist or a geoengineer would use charts, graphs, symbols, and equipment to identify and forecast patterns based on past trends and fluctuations in the weather, I am systematically attempting to control and forecast the flow of paint, while simultaneously embracing chance and disorder through several processes including gravity paint pours and the elements.
North's studio work directed her to investigate the plight of low-lying island nations that risk going underwater due to climate change, which is how she became fascinated with the Maldives. She recently embarked upon a research residency where she spent a month in the Maldives working with local Maldivian artists, ecologists, architects, and students. By the end of her residency, and during a second meeting with the mayor of Malé, North was directed to consider using the largest building on the island, the Daru Barouge Convention Center and Park area in the southeastern corner of the island, home to the Tsunami Memorial. Underwater is essentially a community public art project that creates a melting pot of sustainable technologies involving a green, or rather blue, redesign of architecture and a city park. The mural in situ, in the spirit of North's mixed media approach to painting, will be composed of sustainable materials such as vertical and rooftop gardening, integrated solar panel equipment, mirrors, and nanotechnology paint that will cool the building, reducing the air conditioning costs of the convention center. Other local sustainable material options are still being explored. The team plans to use this area for several purposes, creating a cornucopia that revolves around the idea of sustainability, while also building community through a collaborative effort to raise green awareness. Current project components involve aquaculture plot, rooftop community garden, medicinal herb garden, food composting fuel generator, solar desalination water fountain purifying system, and a children's playground built entirely out of recycled materials.
This past summer, I spent a little over a month in the Maldives on a research residency that was organized by the National Art Gallery in Mali. The first week I was there, I gave a presentation at the gallery that was attended by local artists and students. One of the artists in attendance, Fazel, asked if I would come into his culture class that he is teaching for architecture students at Maldives National University. Together we brainstormed ideas to design a city park using recycled materials that will further the illusion of the water filling in the area. These students have continued to be an integral part of the project. I also had meetings with both the founder, Ali Rilwan, and the director, Ahmed Ikram, of Bluepeace, the Maldives' oldest and most active environmental NGO.
North was escorted by Ikram to tour Thilafushi, an artificial island created as a municipal landfill situated just a couple miles west of Malé. Garbage Island was an emergency measure adopted to solve the area's trash crisis. Its ominous dark plumes can be seen from Malé, the adjacent resorts, and the nearby inhabited islands.
We believe that the strength of our diverse professional team will offer the people of the Maldives a unique cultural experience that will inevitably bring international attention to the islands.
The sustainable initiatives that take place within the Maldives will have greater significance when people living in larger countries around the world continue to take notice.
Underwater will bring global awareness to the consequences of our interdependent global economy on the Maldives and other low-lying islands in the Asia-Pacific region.
We are prepared to carry out the responsibilities of travel preparation, project building management, as well as build relationships with colleagues, sponsors, and friends.